all gathered here, I extend my gratifying welcome to our chief guest, Captain Dr. C. Basil Wilfred, on behalf of Fatutian Artillery Battery NCC. National Youth Day is celebrated on 12th January every year. Swami Vivekananda's life and teachings have encouraged millions across the world. In 1985, the Government of India declared Swami Vivekananda's birthday, January 12, as National Youth Day in honor of the great philosopher and monk. Since 1985, this day has been declared and celebrated as National Youth Day all over India. So, this webinar is organized in order to inspire all the youths of our nation. Hope you all will have an exciting session ahead. Thank you.
We are glad to welcome Captain D.C. Basil Wilfred, Associate NCC Officer and Assistant Professor of Mathematics at Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences. Sir has completed his PhD in Stochastic Process in 2017 at Sacred Heart College, Tiruvallur University. Sorry? Thank you. He has 18 journal publications and 2 books, namely A Stochastic Analysis of IEEE 802.11 and On the Fault Diameter of Star Graph under his name. He has experience of working as visiting professor and as lecturer too. In addition, Sir was honored with Director General's baton during the pre-commission training at Officers Training Academy, Kamti. Once again, we welcome you, sir. The session is over to you.
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Anthony, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. Am I audible there clearly, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And can I share my screen?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, is my presentation coming there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Tony, sir, Anthony, sir. Small talk that Tony sir asked me to give it to you. Now, my first question or my thing is youth empowerment is the topic given to me, and I have to speak to whom? Who is my audience? Now, when I look into this, I have to look the people who are in a position to empower the youth. To them, I am supposed to speak. In that sense, I have to speak to the elders and the adults of this nation, of this society. But rather, Anthony sir has given me the youth in my hand and he has asked me to speak to them. So I take this immense pleasure directly to speak to the youth. Because today, when you see the society, the elders who run the society does not give proper position or the power to the youth to do it. Most of the time, they don't give any freedom to them. They don't believe them. They don't accept them when they do good. They don't accept them when they make mistakes, or they don't love them. Normally, you would have heard this. I think I can be a little bit here and there speaking Tamil also. In the college பசங்களை பார்த்தாலே வந்தாலே இப்படிதான். They used to say a statement. The college பசங்க எங்க வந்தாலும் இப்படிதான். They used to tell that. And most of the time, I feel like giving them a slap. செவிலியோடு ஒன்று கொடுக்கலான்னு தோணும். Because they don't give space for the youth. And today, I am asked to speak to the youth on the topic to empower them. So now, as a young mind, as a youth of the nation, how am I going to empower myself? Rather, somebody gives you an empowerment. So in those lines, I would like to talk to you. Therefore, my first question is, who is a youth? Who is youth? A weeks back time, we were talking to one of the colonels, old man. Few of my cadets and myself was talking to him, and the colonel was giving lot of live experiences that he had in the war field, in his administration, and so on. And in he was not sitting, he was standing with us, and his body language, everything was like just a small boy, and so on. And uh, then one of my friends asked me, "Sir, sorry to ask you, what is your age?" And the colonel told, "I am 70 years young." That was the answer the colonel gave. Now, if I ask any one of you, what is your age? Normally, a college student used to tell, "Sir, I'm 17 years old, 20 years old." Now, the colonel told, "I'm 70 years young." So now, who is youth? Who is young? The youngness or the thing, where does this frame fit in? Where does the age fit in to say a particular person is a youth, is youth? Okay, so now the question is, who is youth? You have to answer for yourselves that who is youth. Now, the second question or second thought that comes to my mind when the colonel says, "I am 70 years young," what made him to say, "I am 70 years young"? Why does that old man want to become or be young? The question, why he should be young? Or so I or we shall fix ourselves into an age group between 13, wherein your teenage begins, and 29. Why this 13, 29? What special number they are? Maybe at the end, I'll be able, at the end of this lecture, I may be able to justify why this number 13 to 29 is fixed. You can decide, you can push left and right on either side of this and fix. Today, we celebrate Vivekananda's birth anniversary. So he was one of the greatest Indian thinkers, and he particularly was a torchbearer in saying, "Youth is the future. My faith is in the." Therefore, as we honor his day, uh, thinking most meaningfully achieved. One of you, if you look into the creation, just look out. Every human being is unique. Everyone is different, either in their physical structure, or in their color, or in their creed called as the brain. That is inside, which is in. But that brain is a beautiful thing, which unifies everybody. It is through brain you think that everybody is equal. Yet, in the way the brain is trained, there is some change. For example, there can be a student who studies well, who reads a paragraph and just keeps it into a mind and reproduces. It's a photographic memory, they say. But probably for somebody, he may require 5 or 6 times to practice, to memorize that, or to another 100 times. So now you are in that place. Yeah, the students, either from school or college or wherever it is, you are into education. Therefore, this is the first youth empowerment you have to have. Thanks to your parents or thanks to the benefactor, whoever pays the fees for you and takes care of you with utmost uh, humility. We have to bow before them and thank them for giving that opportunity called education to us. Now, how are we getting educated? Today, we are in the online era. Students have come, maybe schools, colleges, everything has become online. And what is the replication of this? What is the effect of this? You see, the delivery system has reduced. You normally in your classes you have 55 hours of class, or in some places 1 hour class. Usually a lecture is for 1 hour. or 55 minutes or 50 minutes. But when it became for online, it has become for 45 minutes. They say network, your computer's battery, they have n number of reasons for reducing. But end of the day, the delivery time is reduced. Now, once the delivery time is the time the teacher teaches you. That is reduced. When that is reduced, naturally your learning quantity also gets reduced. Learning quantity also gets reduced. And you see, and of that, you learn little and you write little in your exam. Either writing or you click with your computers and so on. The end of the day, what you say is, because of this online technology, online era, your total education has come down. Now, this point should not curb you, or this point should not limit you as the young generation. You must come out of this net. You start learning by yourself. Please take every book and read from wrapper to wrapper. That is youth empowerment. Your youth empowerment is to be in reading. You have to read from wrapper to wrapper. Take any book given to you, read it. Start reading. If you finished a book, go take another book and start reading. The students going to library has totally has gone. Now, youth empowerment is go to the library, take the book and read. How many of you watch news? Today, I don't want people who say, "Sir, I watch news in TV." I don't want to know people who are hearing news on the radio. I want to know how many people read the newspaper. That is youth empowerment. You will not know, you may think what this sir is talking, something nonsense. Students, I'll tell you one small example. Assume that you're going to play a football match. Assume that you're going to play a football match. Maybe before the match, you are warming up. What you do, you run around the ground maybe 2 or 3 rounds. You shake your hips, you shake your leg, you shake your head, toe, everything. You do different types of exercises. And when you come, when the match is going to begin, the ball is kept in the center, umpire is on the center, 11th this side, 11th that side, all that. And once the umpire toss everything is over, when he blows the whistle, if every player starts running around the ground and shaking his head and hip, the ball will not go into the goal. So the playing of football is different and warming up is different. Now, youth empowerment, your life at future, an empowered youth is different and your warming up is different. So this time of your education wherein you study, you read, you learn, all this is your warming up time. And indirectly you get empowered. So that is what I want to tell you. Read everything wrapper to wrapper. Even if you buy a biscuit, read whatever is printed on the biscuit packet. I don't know how many of you read what is there on the biscuit packet. You need a lot of new things when you read on a biscuit packet. When you walk on the road, you see a shop, on that there is some board, read that board. If a car passes by, something is printed on the car, read that and try to learn. And I tell you, once you start reading everything, just for today, I'll tell you from today onwards, for 1 week, whatever sense nonsense, whatever you see on earth, you read, and end of this 1 week, you will see your IQ will increase, would have been increased. So that is the beauty of reading, my dear students. So I tell you, when you go to a school, if you go to the school books and all, if you see, there will be on the wrapper 9, they would have put 9 and a circle around that, which means it's a 9th standard book. In a school, if you see 10 a circle around that, it's 10th standard book. It would have written science or mathematics or commerce or something like that. But when you come to the college, you don't have a 13. Okay, 13th standard is your first year of college. So now there is no textbook having a number 13. Rather, you have textbooks and only you have subject names, maybe economics, commerce, income tax, or science, physics, chemistry, like that. And any book on physics, you have to read. You should not curtail, or fit yourself into the syllabus. Syllabus is for completion of the staff, to make your degree, but syllabus is not to make your empowerment. It is not the limit for your knowledge. Therefore, my first point is that to educate yourself. Students among your class, if you want to be, if you want to keep your head up, if the teachers want to look you, if the society want to look you up, your parents want to look you up, you have to be qualified. You have to study well. Your education or the study that you make is that which will empower you. It will keep your head up. And on the other hand, it will keep the head up of your benefactor, whoever paid fees for you, whoever gives you, your, maybe a parent or your uncle or some organization or some scholarship giving government, whoever it is. So keep yours and the benefactor of yours head up, study well. That is the first most empowerment that I want to tell you as young cadets, young students. Okay, whatever it is, no compromise. You should study to the best. My next is, just outside your education, is your extracurricular activities. There is a saying, usually boys or girls used to say, எனக்கு அது வராது. He will be a cricket player. He used to tell, எனக்கு football வராது. No, no compromise on that. எனக்கு வந்து chess விளையாட தெரியாது. No compromise on that. As a young, as a youth, as a student, you must know everything. No compromise on that. You have to. And most of the sources that I got were talking negative about the youth is doing that. They need to be streamlined. They don't think properly and so on. I decided my lecture should not be on that line. I want my aim only on the positive line. So whichever is beautiful, whichever is handsome, that is youth. That is the youth of today. Therefore, the second important point is your extracurricular activity. Whichever you said on it, you name it, you should know it. You should never have the word I don't know. I don't know. KNOW comes from, is the root word for the knowledge. KNOWLEDGE. Okay. So if you say I don't know, indirectly you're saying I don't have knowledge. So if somebody asks you, sir, hi, Mr. So and so, can you sing? If you're saying I don't know, indirectly you're saying, can you sing? The answer indirectly you'll be telling, I'm a fool. I don't have knowledge. That is the meaning. Therefore, kill that word, bury that word, burn that word. I don't know today. Start learning everything. That's what I told you. Even read a poster on the road. Even read the name board of a shop. And the third thing that I want to say, speak to you today is, or the third point where I want you guys to be empowered is an eye for the society, an eye on the society. Look on the society. So when you come out, so you are sitting in your college or in your class or somewhere, you're studying, equipping yourself, then coming to the next level, you learn all the extracurricular activities, you qualify yourself, you become an empowered person, and now just open the doors of your home and look out what's happening on the street. Just come out to the street and look what happens in your town. Just walk a little bit and see what happens in your state, what happens in your country and the world at large. See what all things happening. Look, I just want you, I don't ask you to get into and reform the society. Empowered youth, I don't ask you to go and empower. You cannot you cannot reform the society now. This is not your age to reform the society. Your work is to look into the society. Just look at, you go to a movie, just look the movie. You're not going to act. in that movie. You're not going to produce that movie. You're not going to dance in that movie. You're just watching. You sit back with a Coke in your hand and just watch on the screen what's happening. Now look what is happening on the screen of the society. You may be seeing, when you walk on the road, you may be seeing the drainage locked and the road is full of water, stinking water. Or you may see a place where it is very neatly kept. The roads are kept very nicely, well trimmed roads, well established pathways, and so on. You may see people going neatly, walking and standing on a queue to board a bus. Or you can see people fighting, all that. You look whatever happens in the society. Now, when you look, two things you have to do. You have to categorize which are all fine, which are all not fine, which are all good, which are all not good. Okay, suppose if you find a road well maintained, everything pakka, then you must know who is the probably the MLA or ward member or a politician who takes care of that place. You have to appreciate it. Don't go to the office and appreciate. You may not have time and you may not be permitted, but appreciate in your heart. And you keep this in mind. Yes, this is how a society has to be. Or on other side, you see a drainage locked and the road is stinking, then you say, who's this person? Why he has not done? Don't go to him and don't fight him, and you will be put into bars. Remember, you should not have a police record on you. A student should not have a police record. It affects your entire life. So please don't go to do that. Just look, I told you. I told you, you're in a theater, you're just looking at the screen. You're not fighting. You're not playing a football. You're just looking. Look. You just keep look what's happening in and around. Now, as you keep looking at the society, you have to do something. What? What are you going to do something? So now, let me go to this word which Hitler has told. If you do not like a rule, just follow it. If you don't like a rule, just follow it. Reach the top and change it. Now, whichever you liked it in the society, when you walk, you find maybe your neighbor, maybe he is maybe what is that? Physically impaired. Maybe he is not having a proper leg to walk, and he is finding daily he just scrolls to his shop. He works there. If five of you join, six of you join, just share your pocket money. Maybe 500 rupees each one. If you share, if you could get a three-wheeler, make him sit and ask him daily, you can go and come. Wonderful. Fine, do it. Wonderful. That is your limit. You must understand, as a young, as a student, as a youth, what is your limit? This is your limit. 500 rupees you can spend, but not like other people who give a 500 rupees charity and make a stage for 10,000 rupees and make advertisement. No, 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 no. You do it, silently finish it, go off. That's it. That is the work. That's the maximum you can do. Or you find a bribery in a place, don't go and fight in there. There you need to get your things done and just come. Now, if you don't like the rule, just follow it. That's what. Bribery you don't like, follow it. But please don't quote me, misquote me. I am not for bribery, my dear students. I am the most deadly man against bribery. So take it from me. So just follow it. Reach the top and change it. Now, what you have to do? What you have to do is the little good things that you can do, you can do it. Ponder. Two questions now. I want to ask two questions to each one of you. Maybe one or two can answer me. What are you going to become? Or what? Because many names are not on my screen. Can anyone give me?
Sir, I want to join Indian Army.
Department.
Yeah,
Sir, if they work hard, dedicatedly, everyone can become a civil servant. But being in
my boys are not there. One more answer. In that style, you will see that those people who said in the college person, Vandale Pita, will put their head down in front of. Yeah, wherever you go, you and your benefactors, your parents, your teachers, and your society will keep his head or their head up. So that is the real youth empowerment which I want to tell you. And for people, please don't fix yourself into this type of job and so on. Just uh, just be a lavish reader. Okay, whatever, good, bad, whatever it is, read, learn, and equip yourself. Each exams, if you just in the link that I've given you, if you go, each exam, when it will come, what are the basic qualification, what are the certificates you require for that, what are the some things give you the training materials also. These are the places you have to get trained. Okay, therefore the people say எனக்கு maths varadu. People used to say maths varadu. I want to call that person, give him 10 rupees, go to a shop, get a three biscuit packet for 7 rupees. What will that guy go? He will get a biscuit packet for 7 rupees and get back 2 rupees and come? No, he will get back 3 rupees and come. That means mathematics already in him. You cannot say எனக்கு கணக்கு வராது, எனக்கு மேத்ஸ் வராது, எனக்கு அது வராது, இது வராது. No, 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 no talk on that. No talk. You have to qualify. You have to empower yourself. No compromise on that. And by doing all this, naturally, the little bit of shortcomings, the short fallings that the young blood has, maybe some bad habits, kuti bad habits, like maybe I don't want to speak that, but then as a conclusion, I wish I want to talk to you that also. Maybe smoking habit or drinking or relationships or whatever it is. Okay, just forget all those habits will never come into your life at all, because you don't have a time to smoke, because on that time you need to learn maybe a music, a guitar, or you want to learn a software, SPSS. You are sitting on an SPSS software. You may think, I am an electrical engineer, I don't want SPSS. You want a, you must know SPSS. Only then you become the manager of maybe the Tangent Co. Okay, what is Tangent Co? Tamil Nadu, this thing, no? The energy power consumption. If you are the general manager of Tangent Co, you should know to tell your office assistant, hey, put that everything in SPSS, put the entire salary system into your tally, bring it to me. You must know. You must know. Because you are going to be toppers. You are going to be the managers. You are going to be the empowered youth of the nation. Therefore, from today onwards, you are not small boys. You are all the top people. So everybody are going to be under you. So you must know to train your under people under you, your subordinates. This word I thought not using, but I want to use it at this time, because now you're all toppers and all other people are your subordinates. You should know to extract work from your subordinates. Therefore, you must be equipped. You must be qualified. So that is what I want to conclude. That is what I want to tell to you today. Youth empowerment is empowering or equipping yourself. So, my dear cadets and my dear students, or whoever is listening to me here, please equip, equip, equip yourself to the best. Never leave any tile unturned. Whatever you see on earth, learn. And please, going back to my previous slides, what Swami Vivekananda has told is a strong mind, a strong body, and a strong spirit. Each and every one of you who's listening this, maybe a boy or girl, first thing I tell you, fit your body, Mark. Fit your body. Your body should be strong. Never skip your exercise. Never skip your sleep. Today, you are having an increased screen time. Every student, spend your time on the screen. I have one of my cadets, sorry to give this example, but I am forced to give this example. When he went for his SSB, he was rejected because of there is a reduced thickness of his retina in this eye. On there is a is the retina's thickness has reduced point some and because of that, his medical he was rejected for a pilot. He was not given a pilot, right? He was rejected. Therefore, the increased screen time reflects there. So please reduce your screen time. Sleep. Have the sufficient sleep. So fit your body. A very strong body you must have. Do very good exercise, very good diet, very good sleep, and very good clean habits. Clean habits. Once if you take liquor, that liquor will be there in your body for 40 days. After 40 days, if you take a blood check, you can check that you have consumed alcohol. Remember, that will be there in your body. That will be there in your body. If you smoke, that will be there. That taint will be there in your lungs till your end. I tell you, it will never be erased. So fit your body, fit your mind. Think positive things. Think nice things, sweet things. Never think bad on anybody. Don't have grudge, unwanted things. And thereby you become an empowered youth. So it is 11:57, 3 minutes more to me to complete. Before I complete, I want to give you four important catchwords of this talk. Those who want can have it. Point number one is mind your own business. Mind your own business. Today, the society, everything goes out because they mind others' business. They look, what is he doing? What he is doing? What she is doing? What they are doing? No, you mind your business. It may be hurting word, but then a very, very important word. Mind your own business. And the second one is do not touch. That is another important point you must know. Don't touch. Unwantedly, don't touch anything, anybody, anywhere. You will see people leaning on a table, unwantedly touching the friend, putting hand on his shoulder, anything, touching his own nose, his own eyes, holding the pen. Don't touch anything unwantedly. Don't touch. There is a rule called rule of touch. And the third is the most important one. Anything you should be able to speak to your parents. Speak to your parents. Any word that you use among your friends, if you are not able to use to your parents, then you are making mistake. Anything that you are not able to tell to your parents, you are making a mistake. For example, all of you use the word which is above your head. This many a time people use this word. There is something black on the head. That word normally among youth when you speak, when your friends, are you able to use that same word with your daddy, with your mommy? If not, you're making a mistake. If you're able to speak to your dad also, that word, use it. Fine. You're permitted. Because nobody is on the earth above your dad and mom. They are the top person. So if you're able to use the same word that you're able to use with your friend to your dad, use it. So the third point is whatever happens, tell to your parents. The moment you hide it to your parents, you're making a mistake. And if youth makes a mistake, the nation is making a mistake. So youth should not make mistake. And the last fourth point is pray God Almighty. If you believe in God, pray to Him. If you don't believe, if you believe in some cosmo power or thing, then pray to that all these treasures may be bestowed on you. And thank you for the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful speech. Now I request CQMS Yokesh to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Pujanjali. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. I deem it as a great privilege to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of 2TN Artillery Battery NCC, PSG College of Arts and Science, I extend my gratitude to our chief guest captain, Dr. C. Brazil Wilford, who spared time amidst his busy schedule to grace the occasion. I would also like to thank our management for permitting us to conduct this webinar. A special thanks to our ANO, Dr. D. Anthony Aruraj sir, standing as the pillars of this strength. I also thank all the flourishing participants who gave soul to this auspicious webinar. Last but not the least, I thank the organizing team and all the volunteers for working hard time to make this event successful. Jai Hind.
Yes, sir. The feedback form will be posted on the chat box, so kindly fill it before you leave the meet.